Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. Happy Monday. This is Moonday Tarot. My name is Kaylee. I'm sure most of you know me. If you're new here, what's up? Every Monday I go through the astrology and pull some tarot cards for all of the signs. I'll talk about one of the major transits happening for the week. And actually, honestly, this week is pretty chill. There's one kind of major planetary change that I'll definitely be talking about. But this is honestly, February is the calm before the storm. Once March rolls around, there are major changes and they don't stop happening from that point. What's up, Edward? Ariel's already in the chat. Edward's in the chat. What's up, guys? So, yeah, honestly, my main thing that I really want to stress this week is relax into it, chill into it, enjoy this kind of like this calm because it's going to be not calm very soon. So anyway, I want to kind of give people a couple minutes to get in the room and before I start talking about the main planetary transits. Hey, yeah, what's up? Yes, Charlotte, you are on time, my dear. So I'm in my new digs. I moved in a new apartment. I don't have everything set up yet, so I'm not at my desk. So I really look forward to getting my desk set up. That'll be really quick here in the next couple weeks. But in the meantime, that's fine. I can do stuff from my phone for now. So yeah, alrighty. How was the full moon, you guys? I'll tell you a quick story about the full moon. So full moon in Leo, right? And I was talking about like victory, reaching this high peak point, but also this interesting kind of disruption coming from the square to Uranus and what that could look like for people. And honestly, it didn't play out how I thought it would for myself, and it didn't play out how I thought it would for my boyfriend either. But what was kind of beautiful is so a little bit of background. My boyfriend's a Sag rising, so that puts Leo in his 9th house. And the full moon actually was right on top of his nodes and his Venus. So I was really curious to kind of see like how is this going to play out for him. And what was beautiful was he shared with me a bunch of stuff about a fairly recent adventure that he'd been on. It was very 9th house themed, the story that he was telling. And it was just kind of like he needed to be on stage for a little bit last night. And I was like, okay, take it away. It was beautiful. But anyway, I don't really know how much more I can get into it without like sharing too many details, so I'm going to stop there. But I'm curious how the full moon played out for you guys. Like, how have you been feeling the last day? Did you do anything really fun? Leo, fun, right? Did you see anything go down? Did you feel that tension and that square to Uranus at all? Was there any major disruption that happened for you? And I mean, maybe not, right? Like, oftentimes there's transits happening, but they don't really affect our chart in a personal way. So we might see them play out on the world stage, but they might not necessarily play out on like a personal level. And that's fine too. What's up to Haviland? Hello. But yeah, anyway, feel free to drop a comment. Let me know how the full moon was for you, if you felt anything with it. And again, if not, that's okay. So let's talk about this week, okay? Oh, yeah, Charlotte, that's right. I was reading about that. She says, my son dislocated his knee and ended up in the ER last night. That's really shitty. I'm curious what he was doing when he dislocated his knee. Like, was he doing something really fun, or was it something kind of mundane, right? I'm just kind of curious because the thing about that decan where the moon happened is like the middle decan of Leo. It's ruled by Jupiter, and it's all about like the quick victory, but it's not necessarily a lasting victory. So it's like quick up and quick down, potentially, not always. So I'm kind of curious if like he was doing something and then that's when the dislocation happened. And I mean, maybe not. I could be totally off base, but yeah. But anyway, so give you time to comment there while I open up my notes. So you guys, exciting news, everybody. First things first, wrestling with his friends. Oh yeah, okay, wrestling with his friends. He was at a hangout with his buddies. Okay, so there was fun and games and play, and then major disruption. That makes sense. That makes sense. And of course, anxiety for Mama. Yeah, saw that. But a positive ending and solution now, right? Because now you've got a bunch of different strategies for working with the injury in a natural way, right? Different, like I was literally just in the Universe chat reading about all of these people with their like different strategies and physiotherapist resources. So that's really cool. That there's like this outpouring of support from the community. That's really beautiful in that way. Okay, so main energy this weekend is almost entirely mercurial. So Mercury is leaving shadow period. What shadow period is so a planet will get up to a degree and then enter what's called the shadow period, where as it retrogrades, it will go back to that specific degree and then back forward again. So there's a period of shadow before the retrograde occurs, and after the retrograde. So essentially, Mercury has gotten to the point where he's no longer in the space of sky where he was retrograding, meaning on a personal level, wherever you were experiencing some kind of like recalibration or just going back over old ground or deliberation or whatever the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn was for you, now that's finished and completed, and it's like you could finally move forward onto new topics and explore new grounds and go forward into the vast unknown. So that's kind of good. Oh, that's beautiful, Haviland. See, more outpouring of support. That's kind of nice. So anyway, Mercury leaving shadow is great. It's friggin' awesome. Later this week, actually on Friday, Mercury will join. Hi, Gabe. Mercury will join with Pluto in a conjunction. On Friday, I would not be surprised to see some kind of news or maybe an announcement or some kind of leak about the topics of Pluto and Capricorn, the corruption of structures or government or major parties or major controlling forces. So watch out for that on Friday, especially. For those of you that care about following that stuff anyway, of course. If you don't, then don't worry about it. The rest of us will. Yeah, so that's the thing. And then Saturday, so right after Mercury joins with Pluto, next day, early hours of Saturday, it's at like 4:30 in the morning in my time zone, Mountain Time, Mercury ingresses into Aquarius. This is a very positive change. So Mercury does really well in air signs, right? Mercury is how we think. It's how we communicate. It's how we learn the initial instructions of a thing. And in an air sign, it can move quickly, right? Air sign is all about communication in general. Aquarius, being the sign of science and networks, Mercury is very happy here. So that'll be a really positive change just in general and will help us to communicate our ideas and our thoughts in a more smooth way, in a more smooth manner. So that's fantastic. Now, next week, there's a whole bunch of action that goes down. Venus will be joining with Neptune, so that'll be interesting. Jupiter leaves shadow, the cazimi between Sun and Saturn happens, and then Sun moves into Pisces, and then new moon to Pisces, like bam, 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 bam. A bunch of shit goes down next week. But for this week, it's just like, finally, we can talk about things that are new. We can move on from those old topics, thank God. And then, yeah, next week things start getting a little interesting. So Rune says, I was sick for a week with a terrible toothache at the same time and super depressed. A little mini dark night of the soul, eh? Now I feel all alchemically reborn. Hell yeah, dude. Good to see you back, my friend. Good to see you back, and glad to hear you pulled through the darkness. That's good. That's important. Those moments of descent are just as important as the ascent, right? In fact, you need to go down in order to go back up. So whatever it was that was working its way out of your system and out of your energy field, it was important. So I'm glad you went through that, and I'm glad you're back. So hey, what's up? All right. What's up, Stacy? Stacy in the chat. Cody in the chat. Runes in the chat. Who else is here? All my favorite people. Where's Chance? He'll be by later. Okay, so anyway, without any further ado, let us get into cards. Woo-ha! Alrighty. So as always, if you guys want me to do a personal reading live, I'm totally cool to do that. Instructions are on the banner for like how to donate, so I can do that for you. But also keep in mind, like, my real passion is natal chart reading and like looking at transits and progressions and like how things are operating in the sky for you in the moment. So if you want a natal chart reading, definitely email me. My email is kayleeburkana@pm.me. I should have my email in the description box. If it's not there, I apologize. I gotta get my tech side of things set up a little bit better, but feel free to reach out to me through Telegram or through email, or to my link tree. All of those places will have a way for you to get in contact and do a natal chart reading. Oh, I missed it. I'm glad it was good. I gotta go back and watch it. Dark Night of the Old Soul. Not just the soul, the old soul. Yeah, dude. Okay. So yeah, let's get into it. I want Pisces. Ooh, yeah, dude. Also, so thank you, Ariel, for speaking up. I am open to doing trades too. So, like, if my rate is not something that you can afford, I'm open to doing trades. Like, trade and barter is honestly where it's at. So, Ariel is doing a lovely, lovely trade with me, for some sweet friggin' custom candles, and I'm stoked. And yeah, dude. I did Ariel's natal chart last year, and I'm really excited to go through it again with you and look at some transits and some progressions and the profection for the year and stuff like that. Like, honestly, seriously, since I sat down with you, Ariel, I've learned so much astrology. It's unbelievable. So anyway, I'm stoked, dude. Okay, so Pisces. Yeah. Right? What, do I got a life or something? I know. Dude, honestly, I am so happy to have a life. It's nice. Oh, yeah. Oh. Ooh. I did hear about this earthquake. I didn't know it was that bad. Can you imagine giving birth under the rubble? Well, I know. Joining a school was like the best decision I've made for myself. Okay, Pisces. So Pisces, biggest change happening this week is Mercury changing signs into your 12th house. I really feel like Mercury moving into the 12th house for you is just going to be, I mean, the 12th house can carry a lot of fears and a lot of, oh, that's kind of a nice omen right after a huge earthquake in the country with the namesake of Turkey. Anyway, Mercury moving into the 12th house for you, Pisces, is going to really help you to identify some subconscious fears and blockages. Think of this short little foray of Mercury in Aquarius as a preview and an opportunity to really like hammer out some details. And by hammer out details, I mean pull out anxieties and fears from your subconscious through the dream realm, through meditation, through just being in isolation, and kind of get some of them sorted before Pluto moves there in March. Also, keep in mind that this is like, as we're finishing up Aquarius season, okay, as we're finishing up Aquarius, this is the last Aquarius season with Saturn in Aquarius. March 7th, Saturn moves into Pisces, into your first house, and everything is changing. Everything is changing. So hopefully you've already been doing a lot of the work, right? Wherever Saturn is transiting, it's a good idea to do work related to that house and the next house that he's going into next. So this is something I just learned recently, and I'm kind of like, fuck, I wish I knew that like 6 years ago. But whatever. So what you can do, Pisces, to prepare for March really is, what kind of changes do you want to make in your life on a personal level, right? Start thinking about that, because Saturn's going to really have you focus on your body a lot and your purpose in life. So anyway, I don't want to get too deep into the astrology. Let's pull some cards for you, because I'm doing some really intense research for Saturn and Pisces. I'll be making a video about it later, and we'll go through all the signs. But so for now, let's just try and stay focused. So what do we got this week for Pisces? Pisces, what do we have for you? If you're not gonna give me cards, I'll just pull them. This deck's just all of a sudden giving me sass. What's that all about? Okay. Mercury has a message for you. Alrighty, so we got the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands with the Emperor underneath the deck. There you go. Okay, so there's something about this week where you need to take charge in a situation, be the boss about something, and don't be afraid to speak your mind about something. Like with the Emperor underneath, I really actually feel like this is the incoming energy. I mean, yes, this is the card of Aries, sure, but look at, this is an old man, okay? That's an old man. Wait, is this the Hierophant? No, definitely the Emperor. Okay, it's an old man. Saturn is an old man. It's kind of like there'll be a message for you in your solitude, when you're by yourself, in deep study or in deep meditation. There'll be a message for you, an insight, something that you need to really like pay attention to, because it's a preview of Saturn moving into your sign and the level up and maturation process that you're about to go through. You're really about to be asked to step into the driver's seat, right? Not the passenger seat. You need to take the wheel, Pisces. Anything else the Pisces needs, you need to take the wheel and take charge of your life, okay? In the material aspects as well as the spiritual aspects, right? Everything that you do on a mundane level has spiritual, emotional repercussions. As above, so below, my brothers. You know this better than anybody else. So take care of, interestingly enough, the little details. Be receptive to incoming messages and make sure that you are in the driver's seat. I love that that tied into a reading I just got recently from why am I blanking on her name? Ariel knows who I'm talking about. Fuck. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius. This is awesome. So Mercury moving into your sign is great. So number one, Mercury actually has triplicity in air. That's really complicated speak for Mercury likes air signs. Okay. This is great for you. This is about being able to communicate. Right. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This is about being able to communicate your mind and really like whatever path you are on as an Aquarius, whatever craziness you've been through for the past 3 years with Saturn in your sign, Mercury being here now is allowing you to express that stuff, to make changes to your path, to really assert yourself. Like Mars is really more the assertiveness. However, you can't just assert Mars without the Mercury to communicate what you're trying to get across, right? So anyway, Mercury moving here is fantastic for you, just in general, to just get things done, right? Whatever plans you've had that have been like held off and delayed, now they can move forward. So what do you got? What do you got going on, Aquarius? What do you got going on? And what are you going to do when Saturn leaves your sign and moves into your second house? Personally, I'm excited to see what y'all got up your sleeves. Okay, what do we got wrong for? Also, let me know, Aquarius, how that full moon was in regards to relationships. You can't make this shit up. I said relationships, and boom, out pops the lovers. What's up? Okay, alright. Put underneath the deck, we have the Hermit. Okay. Look what's underneath the Hermit. What's underneath that? Oh, what? Ooh, okay. So first, I kind of feel like this is a major turning point or decision and choice point that you have ahead of you. The original title of the Lovers was Decision. Decision. It wasn't originally about bringing two opposites together. It's a card of Gemini. It's about duality. It's about being mirrored. It's about opposites, yin and yang. And yes, opposites do attract. They do attract. But, you know, when you attract someone that's exactly like you, it can be really interesting and really complicated and very grating on your nerves, because all of a sudden you see in them everything that you hate about yourself and everything that you love about yourself. So, I don't know, the Lover's card is a really interesting card. But anyway, Lovers with the Hermit, this is fascinating to me, because it's like, no matter what's going on in your life in regards to needing to make decisions, or even when it comes to relationships, since I said that word and then that card came out, there's something about needing to tap into your own bodily wisdom, right? connecting mind and body. I think people forget that Mercury, all of the planets have a domicile, a home, a temple that is each of the polarities in the traditional way of looking at astrology anyway. So Mercury rules both Gemini and Virgo. Gemini is all about the mind. All right, there's a card of Gemini. Gemini is all about the mind and communication and duality. Virgo is about the mind-body connection. It's about the organization and the purifying of the body and the purifying of the actions and the routine. In order to even have that mind working in a clear way, you have to have a clean body. I don't know, Aquarius, there's something about Mercury moving into your first house that's asking you to connect mind and body. The first house is the body, and Mercury is the mind. So there you have it, mind and body. But also, how was that full moon, y'all? Because that's interesting. There might even be something that just went down that is teaching you some valuable lessons, some valuable wisdom. Oh, yeah, Aqua Sun and Aqua Sun would be interesting. What's up, still standing? Word, yeah, ground. And you know what? In this card, it's the middle of winter, and you know what? He's got a staff, okay? He might have shoes on his feet, but he has a staff, and that is connecting him to the ground. He is grounded. So, yeah. I don't think there's anything more that I really need to say with that, Aquarius. I think it's really important to be grounded. That's one of the lessons of Saturn anyway. Hey, we are in a 3D physical reality. No matter how spiritual you get, you still have a body. You still have bills to pay. You still have to feed yourself. You still have to drink water. You still have to take care of the plants, you know. And with Aquarius especially, you can get lost in your head. That's a big challenge for Aqua. Is just so much mental energy. So it's really important to remember to ground all that energy. What happens with electrical equipment if there's static and there's no grounding cable? What happens? You short circuit things. So don't short circuit yourself, Aquarius. Stay grounded. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, that was a spicy moon. I'd like to know how you guys are doing. So Mercury in the second house. If there is anything going on with your resources that needs to be communicated, fantastic energy for doing exactly that, right? You're you're welcome, buddy. Yeah. So anyway, if you need to talk about finances, now's a great time to do it. If you need to look at your values and if you want to write them down and like, I'm gonna keep relating this back to Saturn's movement through Aquarius because it's almost done. Saturn's the traditional ruler of Aquarius, and it's all connected anyway. So as Saturn has moved through Aquarius, Mercury coming here now is a fantastic time to really reflect on what's changed about your own personal values, your own self-worth. You know, how have those things been matured or upgraded, or where have you taken more responsibility, and really like give yourself gratitude, as we're talking about it in the chat. Give yourself gratitude for that. All of the work that you put in. Don't forget how much work you've done. It's important. It's important, and it's important to celebrate, right? So anyway, well, yeah, of course, you put in a ton of work. There's the King of friggin' Pentacles. Yeah. Damn, Capricorn. I love that shit. Okay. So yes, we're talking about money. Surprise, surprise. But it's important. If you need to make a new budget, fucking make a new budget. I mean, usually you would think about, okay, what are your priorities right now? Where do you need to take responsibility for your side of things? And I mean, we just had this full moon on the second 8 axis, right? So we're thinking a lot about our shared resources, our shared responsibilities, our shared projects, but bring it back to yourself for a minute. What are your values? What are your priorities? Make sure you're taking care of those. And this is really fantastic, actually, this King of Pentacles energy, because it's really speaking to the maturity, really, that you've stepped into. So that's fantastic. Oh man, tell me about it. Oh, excellent. Heck yeah, Stacy. 100%. That's good. And Stacy, as a Cancer rising, that's perfect actually, because you're the opposite of Capricorn, right? So I'll get to you, but Mercury's moving into your 8th house this week. Okay. These are the answers that I need to know. And yeah, Ben, 100%. Yoga is a great practice. Any kind of moving practice. I really enjoy Qigong as well. Forcing myself to slow down with each movement and match the movements to my breath is like, I don't like moving slow, so ironically enough. Okay, so anyway, fantastic energy, Capricorn. I really love it. And just to re-emphasize what I was saying about, yes, take care of the shared stuff, but also pull it back in. What are you responsible for? There's the Six of Pentacles. So, of course, Six of Pentacles is talking about equal give and take. And, you know, you can't, if you don't have anything to give if you don't have anything. So just make 100% certain that you really are focusing on filling your own proverbial cup first, right? Cody says, discipline and responsibility for value and growth of the self. Yeah, dude. It's big energy right now. And some creativity wanting to be shown. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That's the node in Uranus in the 5th house. 100%. Okay. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Respond responsibly. And you know what? Don't be afraid to have a little bit of fun. You're killing me, Gabe. Killing me. Alright, Sage. Sage. Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius. So Mercury is moving into your 3rd house. This is the house of communication, of skill, of learning. Mercury moving into an air sign for the 3rd house. That's fantastic. If there's something that you need to learn quickly right now in order to regurgitate the information or put it to use in some way, or just you really want to just buckle down and become a student of something, fantastic time to do so. It can also be really helpful if there's conversations that you need to have with siblings. Mercury in some schools of astrology represents siblings and friends. moving into the house of siblings, it's like you might very well be not really forced into a conversation, but you might need to have a conversation with some of your siblings. What's up, Rag Guy? Fellow Canadians in the house. What's up? What's up? Word. Okay, so anyway, yeah, quite literally, you could just really need to have a good conversation with some siblings. And again, for you, having Saturn move through the third house is really about, like, you've been forced to really look at your local community and spend less time online and more time living in your real world, living in 3D physical reality. So with Saturn getting ready to leave this sign, it can almost feel like now you're ready to almost like network again. And yeah, you could say 11th house is networking, but 3rd house is social media. So reactivating accounts or going into old accounts and like getting them prepped and ready to go, or just looking at like, how do you want to market yourself? How do you want to market yourself? What exactly are you trying to market, and to whom, right? In general, also the 3rd house is tools and skills, right? Tools and skills. And Mercury is all about using tools, using tools and honing skills. So I'm curious what you're going to be learning, Sagittarius. Feel free to share if you'd like. Could either just be learning how to market yourself, you know what I mean? Anyway, what does the tarot have for Sagittarius? I can't help it, I have to say Sagittarius fan. It's like, Sagittarius. I need to wax my fucking mustache or something. Oh, there it is. Whoa. Sag, you got a lot to say. Haha, 3rd house speech. You got a lot to say. Damn, son. No, Ace of Cups underneath. That's beautiful. Alright, so 4 cards. You got a lot here. 2 major arcana. So we've got the Chariot. Some kind of victory. Bringing things, opposing forces into balance in order to achieve forward momentum. There's actually a lot of major arcana cards that have mirroring right inside the card itself. It's really cool. But anyway, Chariot, also Justice. Hello, Lady Justice. So Cancer and Libra, 2 points of the Cardinal Cross are activated for your reading. That's interesting. And then the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Or Swords, sorry, not Wands, Swords. I saw the staff and I was like, Wands! just one. Okay. So Sagittarius. There's something going on at home that feels like some divine justice, or feels like a long deliberation of something that's been happening in the home, in the domestic space, that's finally like coming to a close, or you're finally coming to a decision about something, or laying down some kind of boundary about, or some kind of law about, well, not actually like a law, but, you know, a personal law about what's acceptable in your domicile, what's acceptable at home, what's okay. The 9 of Pentacles is fantastic energy, really fantastic energy. Obviously, it speaks about wealth, right? It speaks about independence. It speaks about freedom. And like it or not, in this realm that we currently live in this iteration of society, a certain amount of resources can grant freedoms. And then the 6 of Swords comes in. It's kind of like, actually, that's kind of the Those resources are granting you freedom, literally. Being okay with accepting resources, realizing that you actually are worth so much more, and realizing that worth, being okay actually accepting, allows you to execute some kind of plan that you've been working on for quite a while. Some kind of escape. But it is a victorious escape, wherever it is you're going. And it could even just be like moving, moving domiciles, going to a new place, mentally or emotionally. Yeah. Some of you might have even just sold your home. Quite literally just sold a house. Or had some interesting legal dispute where you sued the shit out of somebody about your home. I don't know. There's so many different possibilities here. But at the end of the day, whatever it is that you did, whatever decision you made and path that you're going down, it's bringing you some kind of fulfillment, emotional security even. So follow your gut intuition, I would say. And yeah, don't be afraid to charge forward with whatever it is that you need to do. There goes that. Scorpio. Build a tool to hit the target. Word. No. Scorpio. Okay, so for you guys, Mercury moving into Aquarius is really going to be highlighting communication around, in your home, literally, as Aquarius is your 4th house. Excuse me. With the 4th house, we're dealing with our ancestry, right? We're dealing with the conditions of our home, quite literally. And with Saturn having been here, things at home have been quite difficult. Saturn moving through the 4th house for you could have been really significant for bringing ancestral karma up to the surface for you to deal with. As Saturn is Lord of karma, blah, blah, blah. Aquarius, Mercury moving through here now is going to help you to communicate and clear away whatever has been culminating and boiling and coming up to the surface for you. Okay, so use the mercurial energy to tidy up, clean up. Remember that Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. Virgo is all about that cleaning, right? All about the cleaning and the purifying. And so are you, Scorpio. At the end of the day, Scorpio is a lot about purification. So anyway, use that energy. Yeah, if there's any conversations that you need to have with a parent, fantastic energy to do so. Of course, I would never suggest that you should only have conversations with your parents when there are really good transits in the 4th and the 10th house, but it definitely helps, right? Especially if that has anything to do with clearing of that ancestral karma, right? It might just be that you want to wait for this kind of transit to have that conversation, right? Like with some people with their parents, you keep everything surface because that's the only safe thing to do. And if that's you, keep doing best, right? I'm just a fucking tarot reader, okay? I don't know your personal situation. However, if you've been building up to this point of hey, I really need to have this conversation with you, mom or dad, about some patterns and some things that I've noticed, and like, hey, I have some questions about my childhood and like things that went down. This is a good transit to do so with it. Okay, that's a good use of this energy. Scorpio. Okay, so you got 3 cards, Scorpio. Interesting. Yes, ma'am. Scorpio is your 5th house. Good old Pluto. Okay. So for you, Scorpio, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Or, oh my gosh, the 5 of Wands, rather. This is about competition. This is about fun and games. This is about too many chefs in the goddamn kitchen. So this can be something as little as like some friendly games, or it can be like a full-out ego battle, you know what I mean? And then we have the 3 of Wands. Domination. I love the 3 of Wands. It's like, this is my domain. I am me. I am an individuated person, and I am going in my path. And I've chosen my path, and I'm going in that direction. I'm manifesting it. It's extremely passionate energy. It's actually the middle decan of Aries, where the sun is exalted. So it has a lot to do with you've established an identity and now you're sticking to it. So Scorpio, what I'm actually seeing with these 2 cards right off the bat is like, you have this solid identity, you have this solid way of being, of operating in the world that's unique to you, that's, you know, scorpionic as fuck. And you know, you might need to you might need to duke it out a little bit with some people. You know, not everybody's going to jive with that. Not everybody's going to feel the same way as you do, but that's okay because you have the Queen of Cups here. I feel like this is you actually stepping into a role of being like very emotionally mature about how you go about handling different situations. So when people insult you, when people try to get under your skin, what do you do with that tail, right? Are you still the Scorpio that goes and fucking poisons them and walks away? Or is it water off a duck's back? You know, do you put up with it? Do you let it get to you? Or do you get vindictive later? And, you know, not all Scorpios are like that, but it's an archetype for, you know, it's an archetype. And they have that reputation for a reason. But I love the Queen of Cups coming up here because it's really just like allowing those emotions to flow. It's really cool because it's like it's going from these 2 really powerful fire cards into a very mature water card. And both of these energies actually are emotional in nature. And it's almost like you're finding ways to balance them within you. And it's not like, I'm not necessarily feeling like the water wins, but it's almost like the water tempers the fire just enough. Tempers it just enough. And that's perfect actually for Scorpio, being that it's ruled by Mars, a very fiery planet. I love it. Dude! I know! I freaking love this deck, Gabe. It's freaking gorgeous. I just got it recently. I couldn't help myself. I needed a new one. I didn't need a new one. I wanted a new one. Their favorite troll. Man, Binna. you get some crazy shit thrown at you sometimes. It cracks me up. Not because I think I'm funny, it's just like, I can't even. Okay, anyway, Scorpio. This is a fiery week. It's a very fiery week for you, Scorpio. But I see you being the bigger person, and I also see, like, the more secure you are in yourself, the less that type of shenanigans will get under your skin. So that's what I got for you. I love actually how that ties into the 4th house too, because just real quick, just to bring it back to the astrology for you, the 4th house is our most deep, hidden emotions and desires. It is the most vulnerable house. It's what we have and keep hidden willingly. But we willingly keep hidden. I just noticed that this queen has a lid on her freaking chalice. So anyway, the Mercury transit here is going to really help you express some of those hidden feelings and desires in a mature way. So I look forward to seeing that for you, Scorpio. Okay. Banners, Libra, I like that strategy. Gonna give them some art or music and back out. Yeah. Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta readjust. You're such a sweet, cool, cute troll, Stacy says. You're a cute troll, Venom. I could just see the fucking. I could just see you reacting. Oh god. She's so sweet though. Okay. Alright. Libra. Look at that. 52 minutes. We're at Libra. Word. Gently tap that thumbs up with love. Alright. Libra. Libra, this is a fantastic transit for you. So, Mercury moving into Aquarius, this is your 5th house. The house of romance and hobbies and children. Risk, reward. So it's great. It's a lovely transit. So what I would say about that really is, so first of all, having Saturn move through the 5th house is a huge drag. I watched a few Libras, actually Libra Sun and Libra Rising, become parents as Saturn was moving through the 5th house. So it's like, your fun is over. It's time to adult. You're done now. But really, like, that's the energy of Saturn moving into the 5th. It's like, yeah, exactly, Benna. Exactly. It's like, you don't know me. You don't know me. You might see me, hear what I'm saying, but you don't know me, you don't know my life. Anyway, Libra. Saturn in the 5th house can feel like a huge drag because it's time to adult, it's time to mature, it's time to grow up. And the 5th house is like fun, and it's like Saturn is like, no. Saturn is actually the power to say no, the power to calm down, the power to go to sleep, the power to set boundaries. So anyway, as we're finishing up with this Saturn transit for you, Mercury moving through here can be like kind of uplifting, to be perfectly honest with you. It's like, oh my god, there's something nice happening here. It can help you with communication with children. It can help you with communicating about, just actually having fun with friends, since Mercury is sometimes a significator for friends. In the 5th house, it's like fun with friends. Yeah, dude. I love you too, buddy. It can also help you, like, if you want to focus in on a specific hobby or explore a new hobby real quick or learn something about a new hobby. I've just said hobby a billion times. Word, yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. Mercury moving through here can really help you with that. Just like assisting with learning something new about whatever you're trying to do artistically. What's up, J-Lo? J-Lo. I'm still jumping on the block. Where we're going, know where I came from. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay, so anyway, Libra. What do we got for you? Don't be fooled by the rocks that I get. Fine. Okay, Libra. Oh, I don't think J-Lo's Libra. I think she's a Leo. Anyway, Libra. Whoa. I'm not sure if this is for you or because I was just singing J-Lo and was like, I think she's a Leo, and then Strength comes out. So I'm gonna just put that back, and if it comes out again, it was meant to be. Okay. My throat's a little bit fucking sore. Don't say sorry. Thanks, Cody. I love you too. You sweetheart. Oh man. Alright. Different card, but still very similar energy. We have the Empress for you, Libra. Oh. And High Priestess. Okay? Those are very different energies. So fuck. Well, I guess this is what you're balancing, right? This is the eternal challenge of the Libra, is how to balance. How to be harmonious with boundaries. How to be feminine, being that it's ruled by Venus, but a masculine air sign. How to be cardinal and take charge, but also do so in the context of relationship. How to be in a relationship. She would come out, I know, right? How to balance masculine and feminine internally. How to, be in the driver's seat, but also take other people's needs into consideration. This is the challenge of Libra. Now that I've just described your sign to you, fuck. So Emperor and High Priestess. Okay, so what I'm feeling about this Libra is like, you've got some kind of something going on. That was just describing the cards, though. Okay, so what I'm actually seeing is like, there's a situation where, you have to take charge. One of Libra's downfalls is wanting to be too harmonious so that they never rock the boat and don't take care of their own damn needs. What I see here is you struggling, or maybe not struggling, but rather being successful about doing exactly that, taking care of your own needs, taking care of your own, the Imam Coeli is the 4th house cusp. I see. Oh, Cody, I thought you were Capricorn. Okay, anyway, so back on track. You take in charge. This is fantastic. Good news. Keep going forward. Keep doing exactly that. And at the same time, there's something that you're supposed to keep hidden. There's something that you're supposed to keep private, behind the veil. Maybe it's like the full extent of your plans. It's kind of like if there is something that you really want to do or want to accomplish, or some art piece that you're working on, sometimes it can be nice to share like progress photos and stuff. That can be fun and encouraging, even for yourself and for other people. But sometimes that kind of a whatever thing that is that you're planning, sometimes you need to keep those plans to yourself until it's ready to launch. because it's like you're conserving the energy and letting it build up, and you're not expending it too soon, prematurely. So anyway, yeah, I like that. I need my water. Don't judge me, y'all. Plastic bottle. Oh. Need a water system. Okay, moving on. Also, underneath the deck, Libra, is the Ten of Wands. Whatever it is that you're working on, keep fucking going. You're about to complete the project. Whatever the fuck it is, you're about to complete it. This could potentially be talking about actually having like too many things on the go at once. You may need to pare it down a little bit, but I really feel like if you just keep going on especially one project at a time, and don't split your energy too much. Yeah, exactly. Keep going on one project at a time. Don't split your energy too much. And just accomplish things. Like, as you tick things off the list, it'll start snowballing. And that energy snowballing is going to be fantastic and helpful. So, do that. Okay. Virgo. Virgo, what the hell was up with last week's reading? That was amazing. That was so sweet. It was like all water. It was like, damn. I love that. All right, Virgo. So, what do I see here? Yeah, good. Lists are the bomb. I fucking love lists. Okay, so speaking of lists, Virgo. So let's see. Aquarius is your, what's that, 6th house? Yes, 6th house. Okay. Virgo. So as Saturn was moving through your 6th house for the last few years, it's been teaching you how to, well, it's been teaching you that you need to, I don't know if Virgo needs help with this or not, but regardless, it's been teaching you to pare down, lessen, or minimalize aspects to do with your routine. What's up, Andy? So anyway, minimize your routine, slow down your routine, simplify things to do with work. If you've been taking on too many responsibilities, Saturn has been, making you burn out, essentially, so that you are forced to give up some of those responsibilities. Again, remember, Saturn is the power to say no. As Mercury's moving in here, and as we're approaching the Saturn-Sun cazimi, and we're finishing out the Saturn-Aquarius cycle, really reflect on what you've learned, actually, about yourself, and about the career path that you've chosen, the work that you dedicate yourself to. Take some time, seriously, since we're just talking about lists, list out some of the things that you've learned, some of the stuff that you've successfully made changes to as well. Like if you've made changes to your routine, as Saturn's been, I'm sure everybody's made some changes to their routine over the last 3 years. But especially for you, Virgo, if you've made some big changes, then reflect on them. Take some time to reflect on that shit. And if there are any last tweaks that need to happen, then the Sun cazimi and Mercury transit through Aquarius is going to help you see those, think about those, and put them into action. So there's that. The other thing that I would say is, no, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Finna says she's got lists. What you got? Lists all over the house, including stuff I have on divine order from the universe. People say I need a couch. I respond, it's being delivered. It's on the list. It's on the list. I hope you find a couch. Sometimes, actually I would say often, in order to manifest it, there's an action that needs to be taken. You never know, you might open up the airwebs and find like a free couch if you go looking. Infinite groove hugs. What is a groove hug? Is that hug while we're grooving? Because that'd be fun. I'm down with that. Alright. Cards for Virgo. Oh, damn. What the hell? Alright, so I got 3. I'm sorry. 3 cards for you, Virgo. Sometimes I forget I'm filming, and I'm like, I'm just. I default into some of my ridiculous, silly shit. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on the air. Alright, Virgo, what is going on? Last week it was like water. This week it's, well, there's one water card. There's a Knight of Cups. The other cards are swords and wands, though. Interesting. Group hugs be like dancing. Yeah. Oh, a group hug is a group hug. Okay, well, it's now forever going to be about dancing. Okay. Just because I said so. Oh, shit. Okay, so fucking. Thank you, Gabe. I'm not sure if this is a continuation of last week's story for you, Virgo, or if this is an entirely different energy. This is for a different Virgo, you know what I mean? So again, take what resonates, leave the rest, right? I'm going to try and talk about this from a couple different perspectives because it's so different from last week's energy. I don't know what's going on. So, alright. First card that came out, we've got the 3 of Swords. Now, you guys know that, yes, sometimes this is talking about heartbreak, but really this is the middle decan of Libra, where Saturn is exalted. This is about yes, it can be about endings, but it's actually about the maturation process in relationships. If something isn't built on a solid foundation, it's not going to last. If the contract isn't good, if somebody breaks the contract, then that's when the loss occurs. So yes, it can be about loss, and it can be about, dealing with grief, and it can be about leveling up in relationships. And then we have the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So Queen of Wands, here's your sovereign. Here is your individual that she's extremely independent. She's extremely okay just being in her own energy. She initiates the fire energy. She's the leader. She's the community leader. She's the one that is not afraid to dance. While she hugs. If she gives hugs. I don't know. Look at her face. She's kind of like blurry as fuck. I'm sorry, but she doesn't look too happy. Let me just say that. So for some of you Virgos out there, you are dealing with a pretty big loss, or at the very least you've gone through some pretty painful stuff in the past. And then now it's got you in this point where it's like, I don't need anybody. I can do this all on my own. Don't need no man. A woman. Developing on your own for a time is not a bad thing at all either, right? Especially if you are developing spiritually. Now I will say though that there's a lot of work you can do on your own, but you can only do so much on your own. until you need to be in some kind of relationship in order to keep continuing to work. That's where the rest of it comes out. In comes the Knight of Cups. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. He's here to fuck up your plans. Oh, you were solitude and you liked that, did you? Too bad. Have I got a message for you? And his name is Hubba Hubba. Okay? This is the best storyline I've ever had. Okay. Anyway, the Knight of Cups often does want, like, yeah, I know. You were telling me about that. Oh, that's wild. Anyway, Knight of Cups is often somebody that, they're not necessarily, it's a very Piscean card. They're not necessarily, it's the knight, okay? It's not the king. It's not someone that is guaranteed gonna stick around forever. They want to have fun. They want to enjoy themselves. They want to help you enjoy yourself, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. And that doesn't mean that it can't develop into something more later. It's just that the energy that they're coming in right now is like this kind of swift. Actually, this horse is doing like a canter. He's actually doing a fancy walk, okay? He's a fancy prance and they're doing a fancy walk. You see that? See that horse's legs? It's fucking fancy. So it's not exactly rushing either. Which is a good thing. I don't think you want to rush, especially if you have been comfortable being on your own after some kind of like loss or heartbreak. The hit it and quit it card. I'm trying not to say that, but yeah, basically. Yeah, especially if it's paired with like the Page of Swords or some shit like that. Anyway, I'm like, that's another thing. It's the knight, it's not the page. So it's like, it's not like puppy love, but it's still a pleasure-seeking card and archetype. Anyway, yeah, that's true. Very, very true. And you know what, Virgo? Maybe you needed a rebound from. You know what I mean? Maybe you needed that. Yeah. There's no saying that like things can't develop further. There's no saying that this is a one and done kind of thing. The one thing that I would say definitely 100% is make sure that you are not so closed off that you turn these energies away when they come for you, right? Like, this could just be your perception. It could be like, okay, yeah, they're just a fuckboy. I don't want to keep them around, but maybe they're actually a lot more than that. You haven't given them a chance to show their true colors. So underneath the deck, we've got the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is suggesting that you need to rest on it, meditate on it. Kind of like take a step back, don't rush things, allow things to kind of like chill a little bit, and it's almost just like give it a rest. Give it a rest, but don't close yourself off completely, right? Like quite literally, don't close yourself off completely. The coffin is open, you know what I mean? The coffin is open. So, word. Oh, that's cool, Ariel. I didn't know he was a Virgo moon. Do you know his rising sign? Does he know his time of birth? That's a better question. Not all birds. A lot of birds mate for life. Saunter. There you go. That's a good one. I'm gonna use that. You sauntering in here all fucking fancy and shit. Damn. Okay, Leo. Leo. Okay, so Mercury's moving into your 7th house. Leo, how was that full moon? I want to know. Do I want to know? if this feeling flows both ways. So Aquarius is moving into Aquarius. Aquarius is your 7th house. Mercury is moving into your 7th house. After it's retrograde in the 6th. Okay, so the last couple of years have been seriously about you getting serious about your relationships and the people that you make partnerships with. I'm gonna keep talking about this until Saturn changes signs, you guys, okay? Just this is the last like little while of Saturn in Aquarius. It's a big deal. You won't be back for another 30 years, okay? So anyway, this is about you getting serious and taking your relationships. Love you, buddy. Taking your relationships more seriously and how you operate within relationships more seriously. So anyway, with Mercury moving into this sign now, if there's partnerships or contracts that need to be signed, fantastic time to do it while Mercury's visible, while he's direct, while he's in an air sign, in your 7th house. Ooh, ooh. What kind of contracts and deals are you making? Right? What is up? Moonday monks. Oh, bird dog. What's up? I like that. Moonday monks. Hotman. Anyway, fantastic time if you need to make some kind of deal, sign some kind of contract. Absolutely beautiful. On like a more romantic side of things, if there's a conversation that you need to have or that your partner needs to have with you, great time for it to go down. I mean, you'll hear, especially modern astrologers talking about the weirdness of Aquarius and like how we're thinking in weird and eclectic ways. And this is true. So I don't know, maybe expect that from your partner a little bit. They might be a little bit like extra genius for a couple weeks. Okay, Leo, stop holding out on me. There it is. Boom, what did I say? It's all about them partnerships, man. Contracts. This is the Knight. Oh, it's so blurry. This is the Knight of Pentacles. And interestingly enough, this horse looks like it's moving faster than the Knight of Cups. That's weird. Freaking love this art, you guys. Alright, so Taurus rising. Word, that's what's up. We should look at synastry. Okay, anyway. Your distractions. So Leo, this is about partnerships, hands down. This is about ensuring that the partnerships that you are in are stable, that the ones that you're making are going to be long lasting. This is not about making new partnerships, it's about working out some more of the details with your existing ones. Yeah. That's cute. If I achieve maximum coziness as the crone, my house is indeed blessed. Anyway. I actually kind of feel like I'm gonna keep this really simple for you, Leo, because I don't want to overcomplicate it. At the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords, which is about rest, about meditation, about research. What I'm seeing with that is just that you have you have some plates on the go, some plates spinning, right? You've got some balls in the air. You've got some irons in the fire. How many more metaphors can we come up with? You've got stuff going. What is important right now is to just ensure the stability of all of those things, right? If there are too many, take a couple out. As Saturn is getting ready to leave this sign, it's really just giving you the last insights, the last lessons and gifts, right? If you've put in a ton of work, Saturn in the 7th house can be like getting married, right? Like it's not a bad thing at all. It's not a bad transit at all. So anyway, Mercury coming through here is just helping you refine whatever lessons Saturn has given you, and really helping you to see, okay, this is what I need to really stabilize this. All of these things that I have now, all of this energy as Saturn is moving forward, what do I need to do in order to solidify this shit? And yeah, just rest this week. You need it. Rest and meditate on that this week. You got some plates spinning? Well, not personally, you know what I mean? Okay. Banners. Moving on. Cancer. Do. Cancer. Oh, yeah. So Aquarius is your 8th house. Alright, so Cancer. For you, this is about communicating about your shared values, right? So, your shared resources. So, in the example that we dropped earlier while I was talking about Capricorn, and Stacy piped up, hey, I'm making a budget right now. Fuck yeah, dude, work on that budget. Especially if you have any kind of shared property, or you have to share your budget with other people, living in a household, whatever. You're welcome, buddy. I'm gonna pretend you didn't spell my name wrong. You're fired. Gabe, you're fired. 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 Okay. I'm not mad. Fuck, what else? Oh my god. 8th house. Aquarius, 8th house. So the biggest lessons of Saturn moving through the 8th house for you have been about what kind of people do you let into your life? What kind of people do you establish trust with? Did you have to take people out of your life because, they're not trustworthy, right? Saturn is about boundaries, and the 8th house is about deep intimacy and bonding on a soul and karmic level, right? So Saturn is time to mature. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So anyway, so interestingly enough, it's okay, this is a fantastic example, Stacy, because it's Saturn in the 8th house in your case, just for what's been shared publicly right now, is okay, the kids are moving out, so that means they're not contributing anymore, so you're losing access to other people's resources. That's Saturn and a boundary, right? So you're losing access to other people's resources, so you have to reconfigure your own budget, the 2nd house, in order to, make that work. And then, of course, there are all the other themes with the 8th house of death and rebirth and all that fun stuff. So anyway, Mercury moving into the 8th house is, as it's a financial house, it's boom, okay, now I need to really figure out this whole budget thing. And Mercury can help you do that, and really get into the fine details about how to balance it in almost a scientific manner, right? That's how I think of 8th house Aquarius is like, my budget is so tight, it's like every variable is accounted for. But anyway. So yeah, if there's any like news about other people's finances or your partner's finances that you need to hear, you'll probably hear with Mercury moving through this house. Yeah, that's all I can think of at the moment, so let's see what the cards have to say. Point like a tiger, exactly. Router, baby. Yeah, Moon, Saturn, and Cancer can be heavy for sure, 100%. I mean, Moon, Saturn in and of itself is heavy, and then Saturn in Cancer is heavy. Because it's like it's in exile, right? It's opposite from its home, so it's like it's in almost like a foreign land. It's so far away. And then Moon is there, and Moon's like, I just want to be comfortable, and Saturn's like, well, here's some more weight for you to hold. I hope you're okay with that. And Moon's just like, I just want to feel good, man. It's an interesting position for sure. But it teaches you how to be an emotional kung fu master, right? Let's see if that's the flip side of that Saturn Moon. It's like you're put through so many situations where you learn emotional and psychic boundaries like that, or you have to in order to survive. Yeah. Okay, so Cancer. Interesting. So the Nine of Cups came out, and he actually kind of like flipped sideways, upside down ish. Kind of both. And then the Six of Pentacles. So here you are, rebalancing budget, finances, all that lovely stuff. Like, okay, what's mine is mine, motherfucker. What's yours is yours. What's mine is not yours. Get your own. Get your own. And the Nine of Cups is interesting too. This card, the art on the Rider-Waite is so weird to me because it's like these 9 cups, so it's like emotional satisfaction and pleasure and like fulfillment and like all this lovely stuff, but he's like, yeah, bitch, it's fine. You can't touch it. I kind of feel like you've been dealing with losses, right? Whether they're financial or whether they're spiritual, or whether they're emotional losses. And it's like you're kind of like coming to a place of stability now. So it's like every little bit that you get now, you want to hold on to. It's like, no, I gotta hold on to this. This is mine. You can't have it, and I'm keeping it that way. And you know what? If that's what you need to do right now, Cancer, that's what you need to do. Capricorn ain't gonna tell you any different. Okay. Underneath the deck, you've got the Ten of Cups upright. So, be stringent, right? Tighten your budget where you need to. Don't give away anything that you don't absolutely feel that it is like. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no, okay? When it comes to your finances right now, and when it comes to your emotional trust, your emotional energies, right? That's the 8th house too. So if it's not an absolutely fucking hell yes, it is a no, a 9. So hold on to all that stuff, because underneath, right, like I said, is this 10 of Cups. This is what you're working towards, getting back to this place of stability, fulfillment, and feeling at ease. So whatever it is that you've been working through and trying to balance, keep working through that, keep balancing. Because it's almost like you're building to something better right now. And I love that, so keep building. Oh, snap! I just realized that in an earlier reading, I was reading the King of Wands as the Queen. I thought this was a chick. Well, here's the Queen of Wands. very feminine. This is just an ugly dude. I thought it was an ugly chick. That's hilarious. That was for Virgo's reading. Well, I'm keeping it. It stayed the same. It's too late. It's too late. Oh shit. That is hilarious. Oh my god. That's embarrassing. Oh man. Oh, fuck it. Gemini. Oh man, I'm glad you guys can laugh with me. I need some water. Gemini. Mercury's moving into your 9th house. This is great. So, Mercury in the 9th. So, what did you learn, okay, over the last few years with Saturn in your 9th? What did you learn? What kind of higher education have you been pursuing? What kind of like self-promotion have you been doing? What kind of fuck you guys, okay? I see you laughing in there. Fuck you guys. Y'all, I got a tranny card. What's going on? Dude looks like a lady. Okay. Oh my god. Shit. I'm done. I quit. Alright. Anyway, what? Yeah. Gemini. Did you go on any trips? Did you go? What the fuck did you learn over the last couple of years about where's Jenny? I know, what the hell? Somebody go get Jenny. Oh, well, I'm glad you guys are laughing. Fuck you guys. Oh my god. Okay, but seriously, Gemini. Serious mode. What'd you learn? What'd you learn? Mercury, since it gets to use our brains to summon her. Jenny. I don't know if that works like that, but I need a crystal. So quick, somebody call her using a crystal. Stacy puts the Stacy. There are strangers that pop into this live. They would be so fucking lost. Like, why? Why is that funny? It's okay, I got a crystal on me. It's a rhodonite. Not exactly the one I would associate with calling people, but let's try it. Jenny. I don't know if this is gonna work, but it'll be really funny if it does. Unless someone just messages her on Telegram, I'd be disappointed. But it would work. It's cool. Okay. Gemini. Gem and me. Not even Rachel's here. That's okay. Saturn has been teaching you about. This will totally work. It might. Saturn's been teaching you, Gemini, about your own belief structures. You know, what kind of limiting beliefs do you have that needed to be squashed, that needed to be cut away? This was a really important period for doing exactly that, right? Now that Mercury's moving here, what exactly did you learn? What were some of those beliefs? And like, it might be a really fantastic idea to just sit down and kind of like go through like a little bit of an inventory of like what was holding me back that I'm ready to release, that I'm ready to let go of. Fantastic. Great use of the Mercury energy. The other thing is that since this is your ruling planet we're talking about, and Virgo, obviously, this is your ruler planet too, but we're talking about Gemini now. You could quite literally be like, okay, I need to go for a bit of a pilgrimage now. I need to go on a trip. Let's go take a look at some cool sights. Also, fantastic energy for doing exactly that. Beginning some kind of deeper study of a subject, really diving into some kind of scientific divination. So, like, ninth house divination, Aquarius is science or scientific or advanced. Yeah, fair enough, dude. You can escape through a book too, right? Like, or create a sacred space in your home or in your yard, or if you don't already have a sacred space, right? Like, you can bring the pilgrimage to you, you know what I mean? Yeah, like egg yolks. Dude, yeah. 100%. Egg Nancy, that's the thing. That's an expensive divination right now. I'm gonna say that. But anyway, oh my god. What fucking planet are we on? Oh shit. Alright. So anyway, ninth house divination and Aquarius. So astrology. You could dive into learning about some kind of different aspect of astrology, or some kind of interesting technological thing, you know, that's an up and coming technology. You could be learning about that. Anyway, there's a ton of different ways that could be interpreted and how it could play out for you, but just think about it a little bit. Literally, Mercury, think about it a little bit. But more importantly, I would highly suggest to just reflect on what kind of changes Saturn has brought into your life in regards to your own belief structures. And also, like, your spiritual practices, your spiritual or religious practices. Because that is kind of ninth house as well. So what kind of changes took place? And since you needed to kind of like pare down and get a little bit more serious or more responsible about what you were learning and how you were publishing and like what you were publishing, as Saturn is leaving, it's kind of like this space opens up even more. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for that. Okay, Gemini. My sanctuary. Gemini. J-Lo, you're always learning. You're the eternal student. I hope that someday you feel that you are more than capable enough of sharing something with us. Damn, son. Huh. So we're not talking about a money house, but 2 fucking pentacle cards comes out. Why? Why you gotta be like that? So we've got the 4 of Pentacles, right? Because you're holding on to something for dear fucking life. The 4 is actually about stability and about ensuring that you are physically, financially stable. And I mean, not just finances, right? I'm talking about all resources. It's just easier to just shorten that a little bit. Just it's money, but it's not just money. But anyway, 4 of Pentacles. This is a powerful card. It's about being stable. It's about holding on to things. It's about like keeping what you earn, right? Like, there is something that you have worked so fucking hard on that you earn, right? You earn. Whether it is good answer. You know, and this can apply to so many different areas of life. It can be talking about actual physical earnings, or it can be talking about just your physical safety, right? Like, you worked really hard to get to this point to be in such a situation where it's like you actually have something to lose now, because you worked your ass off. The other card that came out was the Page of Pentacles. So at the same time as like you have this kind of like established and stable physical energy going on, there's also something new coming in. Something new that you know, it's youthful, it's almost naive in energetics. And then another 4 underneath the deck, the 4 of Swords. Huh. So, 4 of Swords, this is to me is the reflection card, where you're being asked to reflect and meditate and kind of step back or rest a bit, and do that reflection that I was talking about with the Mercury transit through the 9th house. What are the lessons of Saturn? And yeah, at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I don't really see how this connects to the astrology, but I guess it doesn't necessarily have to. It's just like, there's something that you've definitely fought really hard to obtain, to get. And it's almost like maybe you're just in the beginning stages now of achieving that desired stability, that desired power, that desired savings emergency fund, you know what I mean? And it's like you've got a little more of a ways to go. But okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. We've got 1 pentacle on top of his cloak there, with his foot on top of it, and the same foot on this guy on top of his cloak, but he's holding the 1 pentacle. I don't know, something about the right foot there. And the different colored cloaks. I don't know. This first card is like earthy and grounded and like he's literally sitting down, so it's very grounded. Whereas on this card, it's a red cloak, which is like root chakra, and he's standing. So it's like he's not quite grounded yet. He's not quite fully connected root chakra into the ground. So it's like he's got a little bit more work to do. So again, this actually could be 9th fucking house. This could be you teaching how you got to this point, and this is your student, whether it's a child, whether it's an actual student, whether it's just somebody that's younger or less mature than you. You're showing them how to do what you have been able to do. And you might need to take a little bit of time to just kind of like research the best ways to teach those things. But I will say for sure, like, some of the best ways for you to learn is to start teaching. Like when you start talking about something and you realize, oh, I gotta break this down in a really simple way so that people that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about can understand and follow along, all of a sudden you start leveling up like really quickly. So maybe this is actually about teaching people how to be successful in some manner of life that you have mastered already. Anyway. And it could be like working with the arts, working with some physical medium, working with, I don't know, your physical manifestation practices or something like that. Okay. Taurus. Master of None. What you talking about? You teach people how to scrapbook. How to scrapbook like a badass. Andy. Course coming soon. Taurus. Taurus. Okay. So Aquarius for you, Taurus, is your 10th house. House of career. Of obligations. Yeah, so as Mercury is moving through here, I want you to reflect on how your career has shifted and changed dramatically over the last couple of years. You know, what are the responsibilities that you've taken on that are new, And what are the responsibilities that you've let go of? If your relationship with a parent has changed, how has it changed? How does that impact you? How are you affected by it? Also, if there's a conversation that you need to have with a parental figure or an authority figure that's not necessarily a blood relative, great time to do so. You guys. Anyway, Taurus. Wow. Okay. So we've got the Hangman reversed, the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Okay. Interesting. So Hangman reversed. This is like one of the first times we've had. No, it is the first time in this stream that we've had like a definite reversal. Interesting. All right. So it could be actually, Taurus, that you have felt like stuck up until now, or like there's something that just wasn't moving forward, and now it's time to go. Like it's time to fucking go. There's no more waiting around. There's no more pausing. There's no more thinking about it. There's no more planning about it. You've planned enough. It's time to go. The Nine of Wands is like the Lord of great strength. It's like, and actually, then the fact that it's a lot of work, or the fact that it's like it's almost weighing you down, and it feels like it's just too many more steps to go to finish it, shouldn't be the thing that stops you. And in fact, not finishing it, not completing it, not moving forward is causing you more anxiety than it's worth. It's causing you sleepless nights. It's causing you to wake up with random cramps in your feet in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? It's causing you to have to leave the bed and go somewhere else. Oh, you see what we got here though? We got 2 9s. We got 2 9s. 9 9. There's something that's almost ready to like come into being, come to fruition, manifest in your life. I don't like that word, but anyway, about to manifest in your life. It's important that you keep going, you don't stop. Just keep in mind, like always keep in mind with these 9 cards, especially when you're in situations that are extremely challenging, you're learning something. You're learning skills. You're learning resilience. You're learning resourcefulness. You're learning how to adapt. That's huge. Thank you, Bina. Yes, ma'am. We will get our trade going ASAP. But anyway, you're learning really important skills. There's always a silver lining. It's just that there's something that like needs to be like, you have to get off your ass about something. You know what I mean? Taurus, it's time to get off your ass. And underneath the deck, we've got a 7 of Pentacles. Okay, the 7 of Pentacles. First of all, the 7 is about an initiation. There's a challenge you're being presented with. And the challenge, I mean, obviously there's a challenge you're being presented with. And this is about, you know, you've planted all of the seeds. You've watched them grow. Now you're at that point in the stage of the garden where it's like, there's things that have to be maintained and you have to start harvesting shit. Also, you got to make sure that you have some kind of like, some kind of backup or safety net for if the weather turns. You know what I mean? Like, metaphorically, if the weather turns and things go wrong that you didn't plan for, that you can't plan for, that you have some kind of backups. Some kind of like I said, some bug netting or like some hail covers, you know what I mean? So take that and apply it to whatever situation's going on in your life. But like I said, with the transits, you've been making big career moves, and it is imperative that you keep making those moves, that you keep moving forward. And even though it might feel like a lot right now, just continuing to put one foot forward in front of the other is going to be huge. That's going to be really important. Because like I was saying with the previous sign, I forget who I said this to, but as you like knock things off one at a time, that energy is going to snowball into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So yeah. Oh, it's Taurus. Well, not Pisces. Wrong way. Aries. What's up, Aries? Look, you guys, Aries, I got to you before 2 hours. Okay? That's the best. I think that's the best I've ever done. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. So Aries, obviously, Aquarius is your 11th house. So with the Saturn transit, right, what you have been learning, the lessons that you've been going through have been about your social network. But also like the rewards, your promotions, your cash flow from work. There may have been, like, initially when Saturn moved into Aquarius, there may have been some serious restrictions there where it's like, I know. What the hell? We used our brain horns. We didn't summon them. They must be busy. Okay, so anyway. There may have been some, like, restrictions or some more obstacles that came in between you and, like, actually achieving your long-term goals, dreams, and hopes and wishes. It may have been like, you know, there were some big shakeups that happened in your friend group, right? Your wider social network. Mercury moving here is going to be really helpful for, like, assessing where you have matured, where you have leveled up in regards to these areas. It can really help with, you know, you've got those long-term goals and dreams and wishes. What are some of the details, and how can you break those big goals down into smaller steps? That's what Mercury is really good at helping you with. So what are some smaller goals that you can do that will help you achieve the big ones? And also just what did you learn? What did you learn? Oh. What do we have for Aries? A bunch of fucking cards. That's too many. That's too many. Ooh, I love dreams. Yeah, send me your dream. Whoa, again, Aries. Okay, I get it. You're excited. We're not even 2 hours in, and it's like, fuck yeah, but, like, chill out, dude. Half the deck is too much. The deck, too much. Just giving Aries shit. I'm sorry, Aries. I actually love you. I love you. I'm excited. And I know you're excited. I get it. Wow! Whoa! Okay, 4 cards. I can do 4 cards. Okay, so first card that popped out that kind of, like, did a little flippy spinorama thing there is the 7 of Cups. You're walking through some illusions. You have many, many options, and it's important to narrow down those options to what is the one that makes the most sense right now, and what is the one that makes the most sense right now, and is in alignment with your bigger goals. Woohoo! Okay, then we got the Page of Cups. There's a fish in his Page of Cups. So, looks like you're trying to make the right choice here in regards to some kind of emotional thing that's going on. And then we also got the Ace of Wands. Sexy. And then the 7 of Pentacles again. Interesting. I think that's like 3 different signs now that have had the 7 of Pentacles. I'm not 100% certain. Okay. Oh. And then, yeah, I'll get to that. Alright, so, Aries. Which option is in alignment with your highest passions? Where have you been deluding yourself? Where have you been, stuck in illusions? Hopefully what I'm seeing here is you making the right choice and then moving forward with that choice. You know, there's this kind of like childlike innocence to the Aries archetype. 2 sevens, eh? Yes, ma'am, 2 sevens. Like double initiation kind of thing. Anyway, there's like this beautiful and sweet, like, it's not naivete, because I wouldn't say that Aries is naive, but they're not really necessarily innocent either. But there's something so fresh and like new and happy about their energy that I can't quite put into words, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this little old page. Oh, he's so sweet. He's a little naive. Okay. Okay, what am I trying to say here? Hold on. You know what Chance would say? If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. It has to be a hell yes. It has to align with where you see yourself going in 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 years, right? This is the nature of Saturn, the long-term plan. This is the nature of the 11th house, the long-term goals. There's 11 in the chat right now. That's important. And there's like this interesting mirroring thing that's going on too that's kind of neat. Yeah, really interesting. Anyway, the Seven of Pentacles is about planning for the things that inevitably go wrong, about putting stuff to the side, putting things away for like when, the variable income months don't match up. It's about planning for when shit goes haywire. You have a ton of energy and power and passion and like this beautiful get up and go energy going for you right now. It's fantastic. Use that. Keep going forward. Also use this torch as a bit of an illumination. Like I said, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. So take some time with each of these options, with each of the things that are presenting themselves to you now. Take a little bit of extra time just to check in with your body. Is it a hell yes? Or is it a hell no? If it's a hell yes, then continue. Move forward. Go for it. If it's a hell no, then discard it. Another option will present itself that is in alignment with those long-term goals, right? With the larger plans that Saturn is trying to help you make. And then on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Cups. So real quick, Four of Cups, this is actually about getting complacent, getting too comfortable, being too complacent, being too satisfied. When we get too comfortable, when we get complacent, that's when we start slipping, right? We start slipping into bad habits. We start slipping into illusions. We start lying to ourselves. We start telling ourselves that like, oh, it's okay. Just one's okay. Oh, every other week is on occasion. That's fine. No, that's a regularly scheduled event, motherfucker. And will that derail you or not? So anyway, don't get comfy. Don't get too comfy. Okay, especially this year, guys. There's going to be so many freaking astrological changes. We're not going to recognize ourselves or the world by the end of this year. Never mind the next 5 years. It's going to be crazy. So don't get too comfy. Don't get complacent. Make sure that you keep moving forward, and make sure that you are still planning for when things aren't readily available. Okay, I'm not telling you to freak out, but I am saying don't put that kind of long-term planning off, especially with Saturn finishing out in Aquarius this month. It's really important. No comfy cozy. Yeah, I mean, in moderation, you know what I mean? In moderation. Plan to be comfy for the future, so that you can be comfy for the future. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that's what I got for you. Alright, I'm gonna check my email real quick. And if anybody wants a personal reading, you know what to do. Oh, sorry. Juan sent me a message about his tarot deck. That's sweet. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. Alright, my friends. So, I don't see anything in my email, so that is okay. Alright, my friends. I'm going to peace out. 2 hours? Nice. That was good. I'm happy with 2 hours. 2 hours is good. My voice is getting sore anyway. Okay, my friends. Love you very much. Next week we'll talk about the Pisces ingress and the Pisces new moon and all of the other fun stuff that's happening. Don't forget to leave a comment, hit like. If you have any questions for me, you can email me or message me on Telegram. Those are the best ways to get a hold of me. Also, if you want a natal chart reading or you want to look at transits or progressions or anything like that, let me know as well, because I can hook you up. All right. Love you guys. Peace.